Happy Friday morning, Black Oak family. Ryan Ledden, president of Black Oak Asset Management, coming to you with another edition of Breakfast with Black Oak. Welcome all clients. Again, everyone on our team here, we're on the same team, and you may work with different advisors here, but you may work with myself. You may work with Autumn in the other office there. You may work with Damon in the other office right there. You may work with Parnick in Cartersville. You may work with Nick down in Macon. But again, we're all on the same team here. So I want to welcome everyone. We like to do these most Friday mornings where we like to deliver nuggets of information. It could be really, really important information, or it could be just, hey, what's going on in life? And that's kind of what this episode is going to be. It's going to be pretty short and sweet, but routine. My kids went to school today. I love my kids. And summer's great, but I'm ready for routine. And I think most of you parents out there are probably wanting the same thing. Some of you who have to travel in this traffic in the morning, you may not want school to start because then now it just clusters up the road. So there's some good and bad with doing that. My routine back in the office, thank goodness. A lot of you clients have reached out, and I appreciate all the well wishes for my son who competed in the Junior Olympics this past week in Texas A&M. So I was trying to do some work. I had some phone calls scheduled, and it was just chaos because the weather in Texas was actually very rainy. It was not 100 degrees. It was like in the 80s, but just the air was extremely thick, damp, wet, you name it. And then it thundered and lightning and rained quite a bit. So track conditions were not ideal, but we're back. I got caught in the flight issues with the airport, especially with Delta. So literally my daughter and I are driving down 400 the morning of our flight, not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. And I got a notification that my flight was canceled. So I didn't hesitate. I didn't want to try to get on another flight. I just looked at my daughter and said, hey, we're heading west. And we drove. So we drove 13 hours to College Station, Texas, made it, and then drove back. So the drive back is always the worst part. But we drove back and stayed in Meridian, Mississippi for one day, and then drove the rest of the way Monday of this week. So that was an adventure in itself. But a lot of you kept up with my son on Facebook if we're Facebook friends. So yeah, he did very well. For him, he was a little disappointed in his results, but he made the finals in every single race. So I was super proud of him. His times weren't as good. So again, he was a little disappointed with that, but he finished 8th in the nation in the 200, 6th in the nation in the 400. And to cap the week off, his 4x4 relay team, where he runs the anchor leg or the last leg, they won the gold medal. So that was a really cool way to finish the entire week. So I guess they are quote unquote national champs for their age group. For 10 and under. So, and they missed the all-time record by 2 seconds. So they were cooking. I think they were very well motivated because some of the other runners on there, they underperformed in some of their individual races as well. And for someone who like me who doesn't know track very well, you think just like, okay, if you're faster, you're going to win. That's not always the case. I mean, the kid who has the national record in the 200 and the 400. In the 200, he did not make the finals. I mean, his times were so far ahead of everybody else's, but the track conditions weren't great. Maybe mentally he wasn't there, and he didn't even make the finals. Now, in the 400, he won very easily. He broke the all-time record by 2 seconds. So this kid, you'll probably see Timothy Akol, Akol. You may see him in the Olympics one day. That guy was flying. But again, you just never know. You just never know from a performance standpoint. You got to be here as well as physically. And when those things line up, like my son's relay team, then you have a perfect race. If those things don't line up, things just don't add up, and you don't perform the way you wanted to. So I was super proud of him. We're back home now. He's taken a week off. He starts football here pretty soon. But again, thank you for all those who have sent emails to me, phone calls, messages on Facebook. I appreciate that. We're super proud of him. But yeah, let's get back to some normalcy here. So we're back in the office again. September through the rest of the year goes by very quick. So again, if we have any year-end things, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. Year-end, I'm like, well, we're in August now, and you guys know when fall hits, this stuff, we just have different events, boom, 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 constantly in our lives, and it gets to us pretty quick. So if you have some year-end things, go ahead and start putting those things on the radar, whether those are Roth conversions, whether those are 401k contributions, getting those in before the year end. Just start thinking about those things and start planning for those things. So again, appreciate all the well wishes. We will speak again next week. I do have one little small trip to go. I have to go to Oklahoma. I don't have to. I want to. I'm going to Oklahoma next week. My daughter was invited to play in some All-American softball games that's at the University of Oklahoma. So pretty big deal. If you don't know anything about softball, Oklahoma is the powerhouse, and USA Softball kind of has their headquarters out there. So she gets to play for about 4 or 5 days out in Oklahoma. It'll be blazing hot. I already saw the temperatures, about 105, 106. So it should be interesting. So I will be out of the office next Wednesday through Monday, possibly Sunday. But if they go to the championship game, then we'll fly back the next morning. So again, I'll be checking emails. Everyone else is in the office. I'll be checking emails. So just giving you a heads up. Then after that, should be here pretty much, knock on wood, the rest of the fall. So anyway, y'all be good, and we'll talk soon. See ya.